So next up for the sale items we have the small dishes. We'll start with the seconds. 2D1 is this very small splash dish. It's just got a couple of chips taken out of the top rim. It's $2. 2D2 is also this very small dish, also has a couple of chips taken out of the top rim, $2. 2D3 is this soft small square, so this one just has this tiny little crack in the top corner, just on the rim, so that's $2 as well. 2D4 is this small marble dish with the pink and the blue, that just has a few chips and a bit of roughness on that top edge. And 2D5 is a small splash dish that also has a bit of roughness around the top edge. So they're all $2. 2D6 is this small flora condiment dish with the Grevillea flamingo. It's just a very faint pressing, so that's $5. 2D7 is another small condiment Grevillea dish. So this is with a colour that I don't make anymore, and it's a very faint pressing. 2D8, another small Grevillea dish. This one, the colouring's just been applied incorrectly, so that's $5. 2D9, small Grevillea leaf dish. This one is a very faint pressing. And 2D10 is this Grevillea ceracea with a very faint pressing, so $5 as well. 2D12 is this flannel flower dish, which is quite faint, so that's why it's in the seconds. 2D13, this Anaxanthus kangaroo paw, also quite faint. 2D14, Hardenbergia, very faint pressing, very light colouring. Christmas bush, 2D15, so this one's a very faint pressing. 2D16, another Grevillea, it's got a very light pressing, so in the seconds. 2D18, another Christmas bush, which is very faint. And 2D19, another Grevillea that has a very faint pressing in it, so those were all $5. 2D20 is one of these little soft dishes. It's just got a bit of a bump on the outside, so that's why it's in the seconds. That's $5. 2D21, another soft dish. It's just been warped a bit out of shape, and that's in the dove colour. 2D22 is this little peach coloured dish. It's just got a few spots in the glaze down in the base. 2D23, another peach dish, also with a few spots in the glaze and also a bit of a blue mark on the back. 2D24 is this little dusk coloured dish. It's just got a bit of pink in the clay, but otherwise fine. And 2D25 is this little grey dish. It's got a few pimples on the inside of it, but otherwise fine. 2D26 is this little sort of greenish coloured dish, and it's just got a few chunks in the glaze in the bottom, but they're very small. So they were all $5. 2D27 is this little splash ramekin, so it's just got a couple of chunks taken out of the edge, and that one is $5. 2D28 is this little marbled ramekin, so once again the edge is quite rough and it just has a couple of chunks taken out of it, and that's $5 as well. 2D30 is this little sort of dip-sized bowl where the marbling has gone a little bit awry, and that's $5. And 2D29, once again the marbling has gone a bit awry. 2D30 is this little green coloured dip bowl from the soft range. It's just got a few pimples on the clay on the underside, but totally fine on the inside. 2D32, so that's this little peach bowl here. So this one's just got a bit of a patchy glaze around the edges on the outside. So that one's $10. 2D33 is this white dip bowl. So this one's just warped a bit out of shape and it's got quite straight sides. 2D34 is this little dove coloured dip bowl. So this one just has a couple of spots in the clay, just in the bottom. So that one's $10. 2D35, another grey one. And it's just got a smear of glaze on the outside around the bottom. That's $10. And 2D37 is this sunlight coloured bowl, which is a bit warped out of shape. You can particularly see it when you look on the side. So that one's $10 as well. 2D38 is this small flora dip bowl. So with this one, the colouring's just gone a little bit wrong, so that's why it's in the seconds. That's $10. 2D39, so another acacia dip bowl. This one just has a bad pressing of the acacia on the inside, so that one's 10. 2D40 is a grevillea bowl, so this one just has a not very good pressing on the inside, that's $10. 2D42, another acacia bowl, so this one's got not very good pressing on the leaves on the inside, and it's also got a couple of pimples on the outside, so that's $10. 2D43 is this little kangaroo ball plate, so you can see the colour is not very strong on that, so that's why it's in the seconds, it's $10. And this little grevillea bowl, this is 2D44, so with this one the pressings on the leaves is quite faint, so that's why it's in the seconds. 2D45 is this little grevillea bowl, so this one just has a very slight crack just that goes from this stalk and just sort of extends a little bit down the outside. It doesn't go down very far though. That one's $10. 2D46 is this little acacia pressing, so the colouring on this has just gone a little bit not where it's supposed to, and it's not very vibrant, so that's $10 as well. 2D47 is another small acacia dish. This one has a couple of pimples on the clay on the outside, and the leaf pressing isn't very good, so that's $10. And 2D48 is this grevillea bowl. There's just a little bit of blue that's gone into the flower there, so that's not supposed to be there, so that's $10. And 2D49 is another grevillea bowl, so with this one the flower pressing just isn't the best, so that's why it's in the seconds. 2D50 is this bar size dish, so this is just not quite the right pressing of the flower on this one, so that's why that's in the seconds, that's $10. And this bar dish from the soft range just has a sort of smear of pink in the clay in this one, but otherwise fine, so that's also $10. 2D52 is this lovely grevillea dip bowl, which is totally perfect except for this big glob of blue glaze down the side. So that one's 15. And 2D101 is this little tiny condiment dish from the soft range. So this one just has a bit of a warping issue. That's why it's in the seconds, that's $5. And 2D102 is this little sunlight coloured bowl, which just has some darker yellow spots on the inside as well. So that one is $2. And that's it for the seconds for the small dishes. So next for the dishes, we have the discontinued items. We'll start with DD54. So this is one of these small marble dishes just with the sky swirl. That's $2. DD55 with this choc mint swirl, $2. DD56 with this chocolate swirl through it, also $2. DD57 chocolate swirl, $2. DD58 with the sky blue splash through it, $2. And DD59 with this very light blue swirl, that's also $2. DD60, so this is from the soft range, this is one of the squares, so this is the vanilla colour, this is $5. DD61, also for the vanilla. DD62, vanilla. DD64, peach. And DD65 with sunlight. Next is a whole bunch of these little marbled bowls. So this is DD66 with the yellow-orange, DD67 with the black and white swirl, DD68 with the black and white swirl, DD69 with the blue and pink swirl, DD70 with choc mint swirl, DD71 with the blue and yellow swirl, DD72 with the tropical swirl, DD73 with the choc mint, DD74 with the yellow-orange swirl, and DD75 with the blue and the yellow. So those were all $5 each. DD76 is this little ramekin with the amethyst splash through it. So that one's $5. DD77 is a dip bowl with the tangerine splash through it. That one's $5. DD78, another one with the tangerine splash. DD79 with the licorice splash. DD80 with the raspberry splash through it. And DD81 with the tangerine splash. So those were all $5. DD82, this is another little ramekin, but this time with the marbling through it. So this one's got the raspberry swirl, so that one's $10. DD83, so this is with the pink and blue swirl, that one's also $10. And DD84 with the raspberry swirl again. So that's it for the discontinued items. Next we'll be moving on to the samples. So SD86 is this little dish that's got the clubs in it that go all the way through. That one's $2. And SD85 with the diamond that goes all the way through. Also $2. SD87 is just this plain little white dish. SD88 is this very low little bowl that's just got the paint marks on it to test the colour. SD89 is this little blue bowl here, so it's just a different colour that I'd mixed up. SD90, so this is just a little painted white on the inside but brown on the outside to test a clay body. And SD90, same thing, so it's just got the white on the inside and it's got a sort of slightly marbled clay body on the outside. SD92 is this little dip bowl with the splatter on the back. So that one's $5. SD93 is this little bar dish that's got the rainbow watercolour effect on the inside. So that one is $10. This one is SD94, so this is the bar dish again, but in the something similar to the dusk colour. So that one's $10. SD95, same again, bar dish in a light purple. SD96, bar dish. And SD97 in a slightly more bluish coloured bar dish, but still very much a purple colour, so they're all $10. SD98 is this little dip bowl with the watercolour effect on the inside where I was testing out the colours, so that one's $20. SD99 is this Grevillea bar dish with just the black on the inside. And SD100, so this is a Grevillea bar dish that's just been made upside down, but is otherwise fine. And SD103 is just this little tester for a colour sample. And that's it for the samples, and that's it for the small dishes.